Hi everyone, Coldon here with another VOX Immortalis commentary guide. This video is for Chimaeron in Blackwing Descent, and it shows the normal 10-man version. What's cool about this fight, in my opinion, is it introduces a number of mechanics that we haven't seen before in WoW, and it makes the fight really interesting, in my opinion. The fight itself revolves basically around Chimaeron's attacks being extremely damaging, enough that they would normally kill people in one hit. However, throughout the fight, if you look in the top left, there's a little robot helper named Biolotron that will just walk around randomly, and while he's active, he gives your entire raid an aura buff called Finkel's Mixture. Finkel's Mixture basically states that damage taken on a player that is above 10,000 health can never reduce their health below 1 hit point. In other words, if you take damage and you have at least 10,000 hit points, you cannot die from that attack, no matter how much it hits for. And that's important with a lot of the abilities he uses. So, knowing that, there are times when Finkel's Mixture is inactive, and I'll explain those a bit later. But for now, just assume Finkel's Mixture is always active through most of the fight, because it is, and know that anything that hits you will not be able to kill you if you're above 10,000 health. That means healers in your raid need to find a way to alert themselves to when players have 10,000 hit points or under. So if they have under 10,000, they need to be top priority to quickly heal them up before they get hit by something and die. And if they're above 10,000, anything beyond that 10,000 hit point mark is actually overheal in most cases. There is one exception I'll explain, but generally speaking, throughout most of the fight, a healer can stop healing someone once they're above 10,000. Anything more than that is wasted and overheal. So there's a few abilities that he uses that I'll explain here. On the tank itself, his melee swings are very slow. They're around 4 to 5 seconds between swings. And normally they hit for around 130,000 on a tank. But he also will debuff his current tank target every 40 seconds or so with a debuff called Break, which reduces the healing output of that player. Again, the healing they put out, not what they receive. Reduces that by 15% per stack, and increases the damage they take by 25% per stack. So you can see at 4 stacks that I have right now, at the maximum, I will take 100% more damage. That means his normal melee swings, every 5 seconds or so, will one-shot me normally. But again, with Finkel's Mixture active, I am incapable of dying from a melee swing. I know that all I need to do is be healed above 10,000 health every 5 seconds, and I'll be okay. Anything beyond that is pointless. You may have noticed our Paladin off-tank died a few moments ago, and that was because of miscommunication, basically. Normally he shouldn't die, but I'll explain the strategy and why he did die. So, every once in a while on the tank, Chimaeron will use an ability called Double Attack. And it's basically an on-next swing ability, kind of like Heroic Strike. And it basically just means that when he would normally attack, on his next swing, instead of doing 1 hit, he will instantly attack twice. And those attacks are dodgeable and all that, but if they both connect on a tank with, say, 4 stacks of Break, like myself, the first hit will bring me to 1 hit point because of Finkel's Mixture. The second hit that hits instantly will kill me. No problem. So our Paladin off-tank, his job is to basically watch for when he gains the double attack buff, Chimaeron, then immediately taunt. And if our off-tank is basically full health, or high enough health that a single hit will not bring him below 10,000 hit points, which it shouldn't because he has no stacks of Break, and therefore he only needs around 140, 150,000 health, then the second hit will not kill him because he'll be above 10,000 after the first hit. So the basic way to look at it is the off-tank's job in our strategy here is to taunt immediately when double attack buff is gained. A few seconds after that happens, if he is at full health or near full health, those double attack hits will land. Regardless of whether he dodges or not, he won't die. And then the main tank, myself in this case, taunts back. And that way it keeps all break stacks off the off tank, so he can never die. And then the main tank only needs to be above 10,000 between melee hits. So it actually is pretty simple if you don't screw it up like we did. So like if you have a paladin healer, for example, put beacon on the main tank and just spam heal the off tank between hits. That'll get him high enough health. The other ability to mention is Massacre, which he's using right there. Massacre hits everyone in the raid for it's a crazy amount. It's like 1 million damage or something. Again, it doesn't matter because everyone should be above 10,000 health, and then they will not go below 1 hit point when it hits. So just have your healers watch for that. The last thing I haven't mentioned yet is this feud ability. He uses it and he channels for 30 seconds, and during that time he won't melee the tank, but it deactivates the Biolotron, meaning you no longer have Finkel's Mixture during these 30 seconds. So what you have to do, as you see we're doing here, is stack the entire raid up. We just do it on the off-tank position because it's central. And everyone has to be within 6 yards of each other because he'll continue to cast Caustic Slime bolts on random people. And normally, again, they would kill you because they do 240,000. But if you're stacked up, it will split the damage among 10 people, so instead it'll be 24,000 on everyone, which is manageable. But it is an intensive portion. And then after feud ends, he will use one more Massacre, bringing everyone to 1 hit point. So as the raid is spreading back out and the Biolotron comes back online, everyone needs to still be healed up above 10,000 because melee attacks and Caustic Slime will happen shortly after. Once he reaches about 25% or shortly thereafter, it's supposed to be 25 I think, he goes into his final phase. And he basically will debuff everyone in the raid with Mortality, which you see in the bottom right there. That reduces all healing incoming on all players by 99%. It also makes Chimaeron immune to taunt. So this is basically the soft enrage. You just have to use all your cooldowns for survival, especially on the tanks, and then everyone just has to burn them down because healing is pointless at this time. You still have Finkel's Mixture, so anyone above 10,000 is capable of taking 2 hits, and therefore you'll be able to basically take 20 hits guaranteed. And that's it. So you just got to burn him at that point, and good luck. Thanks for watching.